This question is from myself as a parent with the Year 7 starting in September, who would very much like to ride the 15 minutes on his bicycle. The air quality throughout Medway is regularly affecting the health of our residents, with readings often exceeding not only the WHO limits, but also our own governmental targets. There are a number of ways to tackle this health crisis, but one of the definitive ways is to reduce the number of cars on the road. Parents transporting their children to and from school using cars not only increase air pollution, but also make roads more dangerous for those families trying to reduce their carbon footprint and improve their physical health by walking and cycling. In order to increase the number of parents, children and youths walking and cycling to and from school, and thus reducing the number of cars on our roads, will the Council commit to introducing a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit zones across Medway in various locations during the hours of 8 till 9 a.m. and 3 till 4 a.m., thus making your citizens safer? Thank you.
Cllr Filmer, would you provide an answer, please?
Thank you, Madam Mayor, and thank you for your question, Mrs. Belmonte. We are committed to improving the air quality for our residents and the future generations, and this is reflected in our Climate Change Action Plan. We will consider proposals for lower speed limits where it is appropriate to do so, and where the evidence suggests it would produce real benefits in terms of safety for all road users. The use of lower speed limits is of course just one of the tools available to support walking and cycling to school. We promote initiatives to encourage walking and cycling throughout the academic year and to support walk to school events in partnership with the Kent Messenger charity. We also provide bikeability training for schools in Medway to promote safe cycling. We are very pleased that 10 Medway schools were recognised for their achievements at the Green Schools Awards ceremony last November, and would encourage all schools to promote active travel and the benefits to health and well-being it brings. Thank you.
So that was my question to Medway Council this month, requesting that we look at introducing 20-mile-per-hour speed limits in certain locations around Medway, for example, around specific schools within a certain radius of that school, to allow people to safely transport themselves and their children to and from school, walking or cycling. You could also hear the response that I received from Cllr Filmer, which was quite telling, because they basically used the answer to provide all the information back to me that I'd asked in the question. It's really important to note the language used in the response. We will consider proposals. So this means that the council will not do any direct work themselves. We have to do the legwork. So the council received £130,000, well, almost, from central government specifically to improve air quality across Medway. And they're going to be running a scheme in Rainham looking at idling. But we don't know exactly what was requested for that money. So we haven't seen a copy of the tender. We've put a Freedom of Information request in, but we haven't received that yet. Now, to me, the sure way of improving air quality is to reduce the number of cars on the road. And by ensuring that children and their parents and young adults can get to school or college safely without the threat of cars hitting them, then surely this has to be a good way to reduce the air quality situation that we've got in Medway at the moment. But that doesn't seem to be the case coming from Medway Council. So if we want to improve our roads, we have to do it ourselves. We need to reduce our nitrogen dioxide levels, our PM 2.5 levels significantly in order to make Medway safer and healthier for our residents. So if you are a parent or a teacher of a local school in Medway and you would like to improve the air quality for your students and citizens, please get in touch with us. We've got a great group of people who are determined to get the air quality in Medway back up to the standards that it should be at.